Everybody, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. My name is Boyan Petreski. Today is October 3rd, 2022. This is our 3D market commentary for the week. The disclaimer is there for your use and understanding that this is for educational and instructional purposes only. And without much more further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the 3D market commentary. This is what it would look like in your email coming at you, and we'll be going over the charts, exactly how we approach these markets using this 3D approach that we'll be talking about for these next few 15 minutes. The 3D market commentary consists of three dimensions, and as the name implies, the first one that we look at is the market climate, which gives us the upcoming market direction, whether we should be looking for long or short opportunities. The buy and sell UFOs, the unfilled orders that are responsible for the upcoming turning points. That's the proprietary and patented technology that we utilize for our own trading and trading plans. And then, of course, the market volatility, which also implies statistical probabilities based on the volatility of that market, which gives us the upcoming price change speed and how much or if we should be increasing or reducing our risk appetite. So combining these three statistical elements, they help us remain objective, realistic when trading, investing, or hedging. Combining them is the key element here that we'll be talking about. So let's go ahead and get started with the first instrument we have loaded on here, which is the S&P 500 E-mini futures. Let me just get this to the daily so it correctly matches the conversation we'll be having about this market right here. All right, and of course, the first thing that we always need to look at is what is the market climate, what is the overall picture looking, and we typically look at that on a larger time frame, like the daily, monthly, weekly time frames, and we see that climate is in fact confirmed. It has been going down for 14 days out of typically 4. Now, even though this says 3.01, we always round it up and this becomes 4. We do see that we also have sell UFOs right above here at 37.6350 to 38.55 even. And the nearest buy UFO, which is down below here, 34.80 to 33.19. So those are the current, this is where the current price is. Those are the nearest UFOs that we see the current price. As we see, there's plenty more above here on the sell side, and then there's also plenty more down below on the buy side. Now looking at the VIX, we see that we are in very elevated risk territory, 32.21%. That is anything over 18% is typically considered elevated risk. However, seeing the markets at 32%, the S&P at 32%, that means it is definitely a great environment for the risk appetite of people that they have to trade this actively. It may be an environment where the risk averse might want to look elsewhere for a little less volatility. Now, before we continue forward, if you are looking for education, if you're looking to educate yourself, we do have courses available for futures, stocks, forex, as well as crypto, and then back testing, trading plans, and trading psychology. That's the other side of the coin, if you will, when it comes to courses. Why do I say that? Well, the future stocks, forex, crypto courses will give you the knowledge on how what the instrument is. You'll get the knowledge of how to trade it, how to set up a plan, what to do with it during our courses. However, having the knowledge for back testing, trading plans, and trading psychology will actually give you the tools to back test and to put the plan together, and of course have the psychology in check whenever you are trading those instruments. So it's extremely important to understand that this type of information is probably more readily available than what we offer when it comes to these courses. Ultimately, of course, if you want to pick one and then a couple of these, that's not a bad way to go. You can use this link here or the one down below here to be able to register for the courses. Any one of those does come with a complimentary access to auto UFOs and auto climate, depending on which one you pick. All right. Now, the next one that we have here on our news flash list is crude oil. All right, so crude oil is currently in a down climate. It is confirmed. It is the second one out of six, even though we have a pretty big rally going on today. We're going to see how this will affect the overall climate. We've spoken about this buy UFO for so long, 73.95 to 72.27. It looks like price may finally be coming down to touch it. However, we've seen a pretty substantial rally from this area into the 80s again. We're going to see how this will, play out for the rest of the week. Interestingly enough, the nearest sell UFO is all the way up at 100.89 to 105.24. This is just the nearest one that we do see. There's nothing else of such quality from current price up to there. And then ultimately, based on OVX, we're looking at 55% volatility, which again, folks, if we were looking at these charts, these same exact charts, 6 months ago, maybe a year ago, these numbers were nowhere near what we're seeing today. So this is extremely volatile times. This is the times where you need to be careful with things because people are getting wiped out on the daily. Daily expected move 2.91 for the week. We're looking at $6.40. Now this is up or down as the plus or minus there indicates, and then the monthly expectation of 1332, and that's according to OVX. All right, so as far as crude oil is concerned, we've finally started cooling off those 100 up dollars per barrel. Not to make it easier on the rest of the world, though, that the dollar is just outperforming all the other currencies, but that's a story for another time. All right, now if you are interested in the auto UFOs themselves, just the software that we have, the proprietary and patented technology that we utilize, that is available for TradingView, MetaTrader, and NinjaTrader as well. This is the newest edition. So NinjaTrader, you can use this link here to subscribe to any of the apps, or of course the one down below. Monthly or yearly memberships are available, and of course, without not mentioning it, but we also have our very own platform, which is Top, the Predictive Options Planner, which we'll go over in a few minutes. All right, the next one on our list here is gold. All right, gold is almost a similar picture to what we saw on crude oil. However, we do see that we do not have a confirmed climate, as you see down here, very visually. This is unconfirmed climate. For 3 days now, it's been unconfirmed, even though we have a fairly substantial rally and a UFO that was actually created there and also tested. I'm sorry. Let me get some water here. A UFO that was created at this 1622.2 to 1651. Price ended up rallying from there, as you see there. But of course, there was a retest in this area right here. So you see this wick. So price did rally, come back down, touched it. That's why the color has changed from a bright green, as you see down here, to an olive green up here, and has rallied up again. The nearest sell UFO, 1703 to 1717.3. The nearest buy UFO that we already mentioned, 1650.1 to 1622.2. Based on GVZ, we're looking at 19.52% volatility, which again, even for gold, this is elevated volatility. Daily expectation around 20 and a half points, or dollars rather, 45.28 for the week, 94.25 for the month. All right, now if you do need coaching or support, we have that available as well. This is where you can, apart from the live trading sessions that we have that are compatible for all time zones, you can sign up for all asset advanced coaching. All asset advanced coaching, a link is down here as well. It gives you access to any one of the trading instructors that we have on the channel. You could sign up for one-on-one sessions to different plans that will give you access to different information. And of course, it may just help you avoid some bad habits you may not know you have. This is extremely helpful to have another trader look at your trade plan, look at what you're doing, and give you some input and say, hey, maybe try this differently, and so on. All right, now looking at the dollar index. All right, so kind of like the opposite picture of what we're seeing with the S&P and with the rest of the markets here. We do still have an up climate. It is confirmed. It's the 14th day out of typically 6 that we're seeing it. As we see, we had a pause in this rally here for a little bit, but overall, we're talking, over a month that we've been just, going up. And even before that, we see that the climate is primarily an up climate over here. We are seeing a bit of a sell-off happening right now. 114,745, 113,260 is that UFO. That's where price is selling from. We do have a buy UFO that was already tested here at 111.58 to 109.995. As you see right there, it was already tested. Price is bouncing off of that UFO right now. Given that the climate is overextended, this may either become an unconfirmed climate, or if it resumes its rally, extend itself even that much more. We're going to see how it's going to play out. According to EVZ, for the dollar, we're looking at 14.24% volatility. Daily expected move of $1.01. 222 for the week, 461 for the month for the dollar. All right. Nothing else to be said for the dollar other than the fact it's just crushing the other currencies around the world. As a matter of fact, there was a chart that was shared a while ago that I saw that the dollar is approximately 30 and change percent up for the year versus the other currencies that are down for an equal amount or more. So, and given the fact that the current, geopolitical, macroeconomic impact that the Russian invasion is having over Ukraine, and that conflict there, combined with other elements and post-COVID recovery, it is definitely going to be a winter to behold, because energy prices are going to be affected, given that the currency that we have, which is the dollar, is strong. That's also going to adversely impact countries around the world. So, like I said, this should be a winter to behold. All right. Last but definitely not least, I just want to point out to our link tree down below, which kind of has all the links that we talked about here. And then, of course, the overview. If you want to sign up for this overview, it is broadcast. You can sign up for it. You can have access to it. It'll come to you daily. Now you can also watch it on a YouTube channel. This will take you to that YouTube channel here. And of course, you can catch up with missed commentaries using our playlist as well. All right. And then as far as the instruments are concerned, the last one that we'll look at is Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been in this range here between the 18,000 and the 20s, and the mid to low 20s for quite some time now, especially if we look at it like this. Currently sitting at just a little bit over $19,015. Unconfirmed climb for the past 3 days. The nearest sell UFO is the one we've had here, 23,122.5 to 25,147. Nearest buy UFO is way down here at 14,347.5 to 13,027.5. It will be interesting to see how Bitcoin behaves at this current price level because it has been here for quite some time. We've seen it before where it consolidates and just drops tremendously down. We'll see if that might be the same case here. Of course, the 20,000, the 20, I think it's $24,000 uh, and change area is where the crypto market as a whole is the threshold for the 1 trillion valuation. Anytime it drops below, it loses that valuation. So we'll see how this plays out overall. Now, as far as the last thing here on our list, if you want to be a top trader, which is the Predictive Options Planner, that's our very own platform that was developed for the purposes of giving you access to professional features of professional platforms on a retail platform, and that doesn't come with the associated costs that you might have to pay for those platforms. This is a server-based processing platform, therefore you could use it on a lower-end laptop or computer. You don't need a monster of a computer to be able to run the Predictive Options platform. You can learn more using this link here. And of course, Top is broker agnostic and can be used to trade all assets. This in itself is extremely, extremely powerful to have. All right, so let's take a look at the weekly economic calendar. I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here. So for Monday, we have ISM PMI in the U.S. We have a national day in China starting, I think it is tomorrow. Yeah. RBA interest rate decisions, RBA rate statements in Australia, national day, the holiday. In China, interest rate decisions and rate statement for the New Zealand dollar, for New Zealand. ADP employment change, ISM services, continuing on national day. Republic Day in Portugal, trade balance in Australia, retail sales in Europe. Bank of Canada's speech, National Day continues. Retail sales in Germany, and then we have non-farm payrolls on Friday. Unemployment change and unemployment rate in Canada as well, and then a couple of more holidays in Korea, South Korea, and Japan. All right, folks, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you found this session helpful. If you have any questions or any comments, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is right down below there, boyan@predictive.com. Thank you again and have a wonderful, wonderful week. Take care. Bye-bye.